Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. I welcome you once again to this live broadcast. I'm Chukwuka Okeke. I bring you yet another insightful topic. All right. I had tried to do this all day. It's been difficult because of internet challenges. All right. I hope it has been rectified now, and that's why I want to, rebroadcast. Okay, I consider this a very interesting topic, and that's why I'm not relenting. I'm not giving in. I'm not giving up. Okay, so sit back, relax. Okay, as I show us this video, and I hope we will benefit maximally, from it. I will share my screen just a moment. Okay, the topic that I want to share with us, says, have you studied the announcements? Have you studied the announcements? Okay. Now, let me show us the video um, by Paul Fisher, one of the top leaders within TBC community. So I want to show us this video by Paul Fisher. Please be attentive so you will be able to understand all that they had to share in this video. Very, very important for every exhibition. Okay, let's just relax, be attentive, and take it all in. I will come back, all right? At some point, if I can't finish it, if I can't allow the video to run fully, at some point I will have to stop it and make a wrap up.
Hi and welcome. Watching another TBC 24/7 live broadcast. We're going to talk about the public out on October 1st. My name is Paul, and today's date is October 8th, 2018, and this is episode 128. Okay, on October 1st, creators of our coin, the Billion Coin, came out with a public announcement to further our understanding of who and what we are. So I am going to go and I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this very fast, so I'm not going to share my screen on the actual blog itself. I made a copy of it and I put it on a Google document because I like to highlight certain things and go back over and read it over and over again to make sure I really understand myself. I can't do that with a lot of things, but anyway. So I'm just going to go over here to my version of the Kringle Private Society Billion Coin public announcement came out on October 1st. Okay, so here it is. This public announcement is directed to the current members of the Worldwide Private Society. It has been known since March 2016 as the Billion Coin, or TBC, as well as to all parties, both public and private, may have an interest in this information. The intent of this announcement is to inform our members of important changes and refinements to our structure that are being implemented at this time to better serve our members and more accurately portray the nature and character of our society, our private member association, and our global mission. This is being undertaken to better define exactly what our society exactly what our society and membership community is and has always been since our inception. These changes and refinements are a result of further research and investigation into the necessary compliance requirements of the global system. This relates to laws pertaining to monetary systems, public versus private currencies, and other matters. We have always, since the beginning, directed our efforts in creating the Billion Coin to be in full compliance with all laws and jurisdictions, while at the same time providing the solutions we have developed to relieve global poverty for all people in this world. With our new research and investigation, we have determined that certain use of language was misleading or potentially able to be misconstrued. Therefore, the time for clarity and precision is now upon us as a community. Certain foundational components of our private society and membership association were inferred, but not necessarily precisely conveyed with our choice of language and presentations. Thus, we now see that we must correct previous errors and mistakes, whether done by commission or omission, and more properly present to our membership and the world at large what exactly we are and what we are not. In this regard, pursuant to this announcement, we wish to define these fundamental points and principles to achieve clarity for all concerned. These points are as follows. TBC Community was founded as a private society and a private contract association, and continues as such to this day. It will always be defined exactly by these two phrases. Private society is not incorporated in any jurisdiction and is established upon the right of all people to have and express the paramount right of self-determination and private association. As an unincorporated body politic, we do not derive our existence from any external authorization, but by the will and intent of the members of the society. At this time, we honor and respect the laws of all nations and do not encourage any member to do otherwise. It is of the highest importance in our principles of association that we remain in honor and peace with all people and all nations. Our society is founded upon a mission purpose with stated principles. This mission purpose will soon be formally defined in a published mission statement, while at the same time, since our inception, we have put forward the principles that in fact define our mission and purpose in various written presentations, both public and private. The mission and principles are simple and pure. We are here to provide the people of the world a tool to alleviate all poverty and suffering for all people. This tool puts into the hands of the people the right of self-empowerment. A private contract association is a group of people who come together to form a mutual basis of association, mutual benefit society, in which all benefit from the structure, tools, and principles of the society. Private society and private contract association, styled as a mutual benefit society, is not owned by any individual. They exist by the will of the members and are established on the basis of privately contracting to an agreed upon set of rules and activities. These rules have already been made clear since our beginning as to what is required to be a member of our society and association in good standing. As a member in good standing, one has the benefit of using the billion coin and the Kringle currency as a private medium of exchange. One of our mistakes was naming this currency as a form of money, which we now realize is not accurate, and this will soon be corrected. The term money carries certain legal definitions and implications. Thus, by this announcement, we are making it clear that any and all use of terms such as money, dollar, or other similar words and references was done in error and mistake. We therefore hereby issue our formal apology, declaration of intent to correct such mistakes forthwith and with the utmost expediency possible. TBC and Kringle are not commercial instruments or negotiable paper as those terms are defined in domestic and international legal systems. Any implications, inference, or aspersions to the contrary were done in error, and again, we apologize for any misunderstanding of confusion caused by our inaccurate use of language, all of which will soon be corrected on our websites and any other materials available either public or private. TBC and Kringle are not in any way a security instrument. They do do not secure any interest in any intrinsic value, commodity, asset, or account. They are a privately issued medium of exchange available only to members of a private mission society and private contract association pursuant to and according to its private rules of membership and participation. The inherent value that they represent is only the life force and spiritual value to society members. Any use or reference to commercial terms or comparative value ratios against national currencies or precious metals is only for comparative purposes and does not impute any direct or secured relationship to such instruments or assets. Any misconstruction of this in the past was done by mistake and error, for which we apologize and shall rapidly correct as stated herein. Any inference that TBC or Kringle as a medium of investment is entirely inaccurate. And once again, any language in previous materials, websites, or presentations that may have engendered such mistaken inferences, not sure how you pronounce that word, shall be corrected. Any statements that our private medium exchange carried fungible potential with public currencies was never inferred or intended. Henceforth, we shall use the formal names of our organization as the Kringle Private Society and the TBC Private Contract Association. Our mission statement and related materials to this effect will be forthcoming and made available to the public via our two official websites. We do not accept any misconstruction of our society, purpose, principles, or association that might be found in any other public medium like YouTube, social media platforms, or individual websites. Only formally authorized materials shall henceforth be considered acceptable to represent these entities, and such materials will always be issued under the formal seal of the society, which is currently being developed and will soon be announced on our websites. Upon such announcement, all materials, brochures, publicly accessible web pages, and any other medium of communication will display the seal, and only the TBC administrative team shall be authorized to use said seal. In the near future, articles of association will be published for the Private Contract Association. All current and future members will be required to electronically sign and accept the articles in order to continue with their membership. These articles will comprise the contractual basis of our association, thus fulfilling the requirements of a private contract association, henceforth also referred to as PCA. These articles will by and large contain already existing rules of membership, with the addition of a few required stipulations to properly reflect the information presented in this announcement. announcement. As a private society, the Kringle Private Society has full authority to create its own form of governance, law form, court, and private treasury. These will be established to better serve and protect the interests of our members and will be available to every member for the settlement of disputes and other such basic principles of a balanced society of men, women, and children. It will take time to properly fulfill these requirements, and all members will be kept informed as to the progress thereof. Our purpose and mission includes the education of our members so that they grow into properly informed and intelligent members of the private society and the larger world society of our respective countries and the world as a whole. In months to come, we shall be implementing tools for such education so that our members can be successful with TBC and Kringle and understand how to use it for their benefit and the mutual benefit of all our members. Within such education, some of the terms and points contained in this announcement and in future materials will be clarified so that we all proceed forward together as a well-educated body politic of competent and educated people that are here in association to benefit ourselves, the communities, and nations which we live and work, and the world as a whole. The only value that TBC and Kringle carry is that of the mutual benefit confidence of our private members. We hold the value of every human being on this planet to be of the highest order pursuant to our privately held beliefs and conscience. All of our members prize the collective value of our society. As an ecclesia that is the living body of our congregation together. Ecclesia is a Greek word found in the New Testament that means congregation or assembly, coming together. Now, when I was growing up, all of the English translations of the Bible at that time used the English word church for ecclesia instead of congregation or assembly. Most of them did, that I was familiar with. And I ended up thinking that church was a building where people came to find out about some particular religion. So it really is not a building, but it is a congregation of like-minded people, obviously, or an assembly of people, individuals that come together. This is important. Now pay attention, especially to this next paragraph I'm going to read. Another very, very important paragraph here. We are a non-denominational and non-hierarchical body of living beings. This is the definition of a body politic. Thus, we consider our society to be an ecclesiastical body politic immune from the public, commercial, and corporate jurisdictional authorities of constituted national bodies politic. We do not ascribe to any given religion, path, or other denomination of belief or creed, while at the same time we support all of our members in the pursuit of their own right of self-determination to uphold individual beliefs and modes of living through private and personal conscience. Only exclusion to this principle is against those who would use our society to promote violence or harm to others. This includes an absolute forbiddance of any illicit use of our private medium of exchange in any manner to take advantage of another or to transgress the domestic laws of the nations in which they live. We are here to promote peace and prosperity for all human beings and all living things in this world. The Kringle Society has been established in conformity and in alignment with the Pantera de Oro Private Society. All records of the Kringle Private Society are secured and held in the private permanent archival system of record of the Pantera de Oro Society, Port the Ecclesia. We are in full alignment with the globally published Declaration of Intention of the Pantera de Oro Private Society and formally adopt the principles contained therein. As a member of the Pantera de Oro Private Society, we are aligned with therein to the formal announcement to all world administrative bodies the offer of treaty of peace and cessation of hostilities presented to the Holy See via the Nuncio of Washington, District of Columbia. We are at peace with all public entities and institutions worldwide, neutral in the public and proceeding in peaceful harmony and comity with all agencies, departments, and authorities of any and all public entities of national character. Henceforth, in all public communications all public communications shall be under the seal of the Kringle Private Society and the International Flag of Peace. To all of our current members, please be patient as we undertake the necessary changes as described in this announcement. We will have abundant details ready to provide within our private member enclosures in days and weeks to come. Changes being undertaken will assure a stronger and more resilient membership for all of us, for the fulfillment of our mission and the prosperity for all, or of all. Thank you for your patience and consideration and continuing support. This concludes our public announcement at this time and date. Sincerely, TBC admin. So, that's the end of the public announcement. I hope that I was able to portray that in a way that was informative to you. I hope you learned something. I hope you also realize the magnificent of it, the magnificence of what it is telling you, telling us what our society is about, who we are and who we are not. And it's absolutely amazing. Okay, it's been a half hour. Do I want to go on? Yes, I do. Okay, there is another blog that came up a few days back, and I would like to go over that. So what I am going to do, I am going to share my screen.
All right. I'm going to stop this now so I can wrap up. I hope, I welcome you all back, to it was quite amazing. All right. I've read this over and over and over again, but it's never,
Firefox browser, because
you will,
see the blog
you will never,
better in the way
it will never be enough, rather.
For some reason,
Okay.
it is on my Google.
It will never, you can never read it enough. That's the point I'm trying to make. You can, listen to, these public announcement over and over and over again. Okay, because there is always something new to learn. Each time you listen to it, each time you study it. So I encourage everyone listening and watching this live broadcast at this time to go back to the blog. Okay, search out, okay, that public announcement from TBC admin, okay, about what TBC is, what it is not. Okay, it is very, very important that we use the correct terms henceforth. I mean, we can all observe and notice all the apologies that TBC had been poured out in areas where correct terms were not used in the past, and then stating that going forward we will, abide, by the correct terms, the use of those terms, okay, in all our publications. And so for us as TBCians, we need to note and comply strictly, with those terms, that are appropriate for our community. All right. And then let me further say this, that, and I've always said it, it's not new. After my broadcast, I always offer to assist. I always offer to coach, to teach, to mentor, to help anyone that needs my help or needs the help of any broadcaster within TBC community. Okay, we offer to help because we want everyone, every member, or those that are yet to join, if they so decide, to understand what we are doing, to understand who we are and who we are not, our activities, our mission. Okay, we want everyone to be on the same page. That way, we will move forward. We will not violate any laws of any land, and there will be at peace, of course, with every nation of the world. Okay, so this is very, very important for all of us within TBC community. Okay, so if you need any assistance, like I said, go below this video. All right, look out for the description section. You will see details of my contact. Get in touch with me. Ask me relevant questions. I will be able to help you out. All right, and if you want me to teach you or coach you, I will, I'll be pleased, to do that. Okay. So I thank you so very much for joining me in this live broadcast. I do this every day, though, every single day, and it's my pleasure to invite you also to join me every single day as I do this live broadcast. Thank you so very much. Good night, and God bless you. Bye now.